Hey yogis, Latoya here with more education and inspiration for you. Those of you who have followed me for a while know that I started doing yoga, practicing yoga about 6 months ago. Prior to that, I did a lot of weight training. I spent a lot of time in the gym, but I decided to switch up my fitness routine and focus exclusively on yoga as my primary means of fitness. Hot yoga specifically at a studio called Core Power Yoga, and I go in about 3 to 6 times a week, and it's been a wonderful experience. It's been a great experience. I'm getting stronger. I feel more relaxed. I feel more present. So everything that I went into yoga to achieve has been happening for me. So today I want to talk to those of you who are interested in doing yoga, but you don't know anything about it. You don't know where to start, because really anybody can do it. Okay, so first of all, there are certain supplies and materials that you need. I didn't know this when I first started. I had taken a few yoga classes just like at LA Fitness or whatever, and they will supply yoga mats. They have them there for you, of course. You know, you have to pay for them at Core Power Yoga, but they have them there. And I don't recommend using their yoga mats just because in hot yoga people sweat a lot, and the mat is literally like has pools of water, pools of sweat on it by the end of the class. And they clean it. They do a very good job at like steaming it and spraying it down. But at the end of the day, like that's a lot of fluid coming from other people's bodies that's all over that mat. And it's only so much cleaning that you can do. So for me, from my personal experience, using a yoga mat from the studio, it always is going to have like a little bit of a stench to it or an odor, and it's just because it's been drenched in sweat. So make sure you bring your own yoga mat. I use one that is hemp, and the reason I like the hemp mat is because it has a lot of cushion to it. There's less slip, because a regular yoga mat can get really slippery with all the sweat on it, and like when it gets slippery, it's dangerous. You can injure yourself. So I went with a hemp mat because I wanted something that what didn't get as slippery. That brings me to the second thing that you will need is a yoga towel. Very important. Not a regular towel that you use to dry yourself off. I'm talking about a towel that is used specifically, made specifically to put on top of your yoga mat. So it kind of looks like this. Well, not kind of. This is one here. So this is the one that I use. It's just like a towel, and then it has this part on the back that stops it from slipping, and then it also helps with the sweat not absorbing through the towel onto your yoga mat, which is like super convenient, because it just keeps your mat cleaner than it would be had you not had a towel on top of it. And then also with the grip on the bottom, it stops it from slipping around. So when you're doing your poses, you don't have to worry about it like crumpling up like a regular towel does. It actually stays put. One of the things I like most about having a yoga towel is that you could just take it and throw it in a wash every single time. Because even with your own yoga mat, once you sweat on it so much, it just starts to get disgusting. I don't care how much you clean it. But with the towel on top, you prevent most of the sweat from getting on your mat, and it's easy to clean, it's easy to dry, and yeah, you're good. When I don't have it, it feels like nasty, like sleeping on a mattress with no sheet. It's just something that you need. And they come in all different types of cool colors, and so many companies make it. Whatever, just find a good one. Go on Amazon, go to TJ Maxx, go to Marshalls, go to Ross, wherever, get you a yoga towel, okay? During hot yoga, the temperature, from my experience, has ranged between like 98 degrees and 103 degrees. So it gets very, very hot, needless to say. You're gonna need water. When doing hot yoga, I think that it's really important to have a glass water bottle. But the reason why you want to have a glass water bottle as opposed to a plastic water bottle, or even like, just a water bottle you get from the store that's just not the reusable kind, but the kind that you throw away. The difference between the glass and those two types of bottles is that when plastic gets hot, chemicals start to leak into the water. And this is something that I recently researched and came across, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So you want to have a glass water bottle. It usually has some type of like rubber something around it so that when it falls, it doesn't break. So having that is very important, a glass water bottle. You want to hydrate before class. Make sure you're hydrated. Don't wait until you get there to start drinking water. You want to be drinking water all day long. But one thing that really helped me, especially in the beginning of my practice, was taking those packets of Emergen-C. And Emergen-C is like supposed to be like an immune boosting formula, and it's made to, like, if you have a cold, you've probably taken Emergen-C. But basically, essentially what it is just a multivitamin in powder form, and it has electrolytes in it. Putting it in my water bottle and drinking that throughout class, and it really helped me to not tire out as quickly, to not feel as fatigued, to not feel as sore, because I'm getting all the vitamins that I need during the class, and then I'm also getting electrolytes because you're sweating and you're losing a lot. So it feeds your body what it needs in order to make it through the class. So I would recommend that. I don't really like Gatorade. It's too much sugar in it, or Powerade or anything like that. Do their Emergen-C. If you don't want to do their Emergen-C, then just drink water. Drink tons of water before, and try to drink like a whole bottle during. I try to drink about a half bottle to an entire bottle during the class. Try to be conscious of that. Okay, so you have all your supplies. You have your yoga mat, you have your yoga towel, you have your glass water bottle. What else do you need to make it through an intense 60 minutes and 103 degrees? What do you need to make it through? You want to make sure that, and this isn't something that you can physically bring with you, but I'm now speaking about your mental self, your mental state. Do not go in these yoga classes trying to match these yoga people who have been doing it for years. It's really tempting to look around the room and see what other people are doing and judge yourself for not being able to do that and feel like, well, maybe I don't fit in here. I felt that way. But yoga is a personal practice. It's about you just giving your body what it needs. So resist the urge to look in the mirror and see what other people are doing and be intimidated by that. Do what you can do. So if the teacher offers up a modification, take the modification. Okay, you do not have to be a hero in these classes. You're not impressing anybody, because it's about you. Everybody's there for themselves, to edify themselves, for their own health and wellness, and just different reasons, mental health, different reasons. People are there for themselves. They're not worried about you. I've been practicing yoga for 6 months, and I still do modifications on a few moves consistently, because I just don't feel comfortable doing it, or I'm not strong enough to do it yet, but I don't feel bad about that. Or some days it's a move that a pose that I've done before, but on this particular day I'm sore and I can't get in balance, or I'm just not able to execute it with proper form, so I'll take the modification. So go in there accepting of where you are, acknowledging that you showed up, and being happy and proud of yourself for showing up, and just do what you can do. That's all. Don't try to do anything extra, because there's some people up in there who will be upside down, doing all types of things, contortions with their bodies, and that's great for them, but that's just not where you are. So don't go in there comparing yourself to anyone. Go to your first class. You've been thinking about it, just go. Even if you don't have anybody to go with you, go by yourself. Yoga is a great way to get in alignment physically, spiritually, mentally. I recommend it really for anyone, no matter what your age, no matter what your weight. Yoga is for everyone. So don't be intimidated. Follow these tips, check it out, and let me know how it goes. Good luck, and peace, yogis.